morning, everyone, and we are about to challenge ourselves with these guys again. So we have failed at least twice. With these, the dialing in has been difficult, but we're gonna try something a little different. Someone left a comment on my last video mentioning using an AeroPress filter as like a screen puck. So I'm gonna try it. Well, not a screen puck, I guess it would go in between it would go in between like the coffee and this part, the bottom of the portafilter or the basket. So I'm gonna see if it fits, and if it does, I think we're gonna try it to add another layer of resistance. I think that was a pretty smart idea, especially because like we've got this down to 3, you know, and that's almost at the end. That's almost as fine as my machine goes. And I wanna get this to work. So we're gonna get these going. We're gonna do one at a time instead of doing the 9 barista. Not giving this any bad reviews, because it did its job, but I just want to try to make this as balanced as possible. So we're gonna get these grinded up, and we're gonna start with the Co-Ferment. Let's get going. All right, I'm gonna start with the Co-Ferment right here. Just to remind everyone, it's Diego Bermudez's beans from Colombia. This is his Hachi Panama bean. It's a pineapple Co-Ferment, and it's a Caturra coffee bean. So I guess he just names it Hachi Panama. But let's see, let's try it. I don't know what to expect, but just so I don't forget, AeroPress filters. Let's see, let's see what it looks like in the basket. It may be a little big. Yeah, I see, that's the thing. I don't have a 58 millimeter basket. This is, I'm pretty sure, 58 millimeters. It's a little big. Dang. Hold on. I mean, I guess we could do it like this. All right, I have an idea. So I think what we'll do is I'll push this down in the basket, right? And I'm just gonna try to press it to the edges as best as I can to create as best of a surface as possible. I don't know, that is sketchy. So we're going to do 19 grams. Actually, let's see how much I have left. Just want to get the rest of the coffee grinds out of here. We're going straight to 3. This thing is going to be put to the test today. All right. So I have remaining, hopefully it's 60 grams. I really hope it's 60. Oh, yep, okay. So we have enough for 3 more, I lied. 3 more attempts. The AeroPress filter will be one of the attempts. I love that idea. Never thought of that. There it is. We're good. 19.1. So we'll keep it at 19.1. Does that work? Yeah. And the other thing too is, because I did just mention that this is 58 millimeters most likely, even though I don't think it says it anywhere. You can actually get a conversion kit to have a 58 millimeter portafilter used in a Breville Bambino or any Breville machine that uses the 54. I don't know if it's worth it, but I've seen videos of people using it. So that is something to consider if you wanted to upgrade your portafilter with your Bambino. So do some Googling. All right, here we go. Beans are in. We're at 19.1, and we are at the 3 setting, and the AeroPress filter is at the bottom of my basket, and we're gonna throw the beans right on top. Let's give it a little whiff. Yeah, it has that, like, I feel like it's a trademark Co-Ferment or like anaerobic scent. It smells good. There is like, you do get a subtle like pineapple smell as well. But also, just to remind you, this is coming up to 2 months old. So according to like the typical like freshness scale, like this is in the stale zone at this point. But I feel like when you're dealing with co-ferments or anaerobics, because there's an extra strenuous process going into the bean, I feel like it's probably a good chance it prolongs that freshness life, but also prolongs the development phase as well. And I could be completely wrong, but that's my own little theory. I would love for someone to prove me wrong, just so I have the right information. But that's just my thought. You know, extra stress on the beans, on the compounds within the bean. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know, but that's just my idea. All right, so we're ready to prep, to tamp this. And then after, I'm gonna run the machine just so it warms up. But so far, every single coffee I've had of Diego Bermudez has been top notch. I'm so glad I've gotten to try it. It is pricey, but obviously you get what you pay for. So I recommend it to anyone looking for an experience in the world of coffee. as long as you have a good grinder, because I don't know what you're going to experience. But this is prepped. Let's get this warmed up. So I usually let a full pull pass through of the single. And I didn't clean the machine before the video. I just had, I hosted my mom and my godson from Thursday till today, this morning. And they just left, and I'm like, you know what? Before my fiance and I head out, I was like, let me just get this video in here. I'll get my coffee in for the day. I'll just get this session done before I leave the house again and not be able to get another like filming session in. But let's get this set up. This is now center. Get that in the shot. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Where are we at? Beautiful. Let's see. Oh, yo. I think this worked, my man. It's coming out quick now, but that helped a lot. 17 seconds, 37 and a half, a little sloppy. I will happily take that. but I'm also gonna bump it to 2 next, I'm thinking. So I'll record that into my little logbook, which I haven't updated yet, my little espresso dial-in Google Sheet. All right, I didn't look at the notes. I don't know what's supposed to be what. I just remember one of them had like pineapple or yellow fruits for the first one. I don't know which one this is. I'm not getting much. I'm sure it's gonna be hot, so I'm just delaying the tongue burning. It's hot. It's definitely fruity, and it has that Co-Ferment taste. Like, I feel like, I always bring this up, but I feel like with every anaerobic or Co-Ferment I've had, there is this interesting like tanginess in there that only they have, and this has it. You know what? It doesn't. I mean, I never had a good shot, so I can't even really fairly compare. So I would say, if anything, this is more on the bitter side, which makes me think it wouldn't be under extracted. I mean, is there like a sourness? There you go. That worked. That worked. Yellow fruits, tropical simple syrup. I don't even know what simple syrup tastes like. Yellow fruits, tropical. Tropical, I can see tropical. It definitely feels like I'm at Puerto Vallarta right now. Oh God, that was so corny. All right, so we're gonna clean up this mess, and I'll tune you guys back in when I'm ready to prep the next one, okay? Oh, you know what? Before I do anything, let's take a look at this guy. Don't mind the garbage. Okay, it is hot, but it held together pretty well. Ooh, what's hot? That's hot. Yeah. I think if we use the AeroPress filter one more time on grind setting 2, we might have a shot, ladies and gentlemen. We might have a good shot. But let me prep the espresso station, and I'll get you guys tuned back then. All right, round 2. This time, we're gonna use his Science roast. Again, it's his branded Hachi Panama bean, which is a Caturra species coffee bean, but it's Miscellar washed. I didn't do my research again, so I don't know what it means, but it's gotta be good. It's gotta be sciencey, if I had to guess. All right. Yo, huge shout out to that suggestion. I'm sorry I forgot your name, dude, but that was, I don't even know how I never thought of that. And I'm like I feel like I'm pretty good with like MacGyvering things. But huge shout out to you. I'm so glad you brought that up, because it's such a smart idea. All right, so we'll do this together. So this is what I do. So yes, as you could see, it is bigger. So we're gonna just force it down as centered as we can, just so it makes the creasing process easier, right? And you're just gonna keep pressing the edges into like the corner. The corner. There's no corner in a freaking circle. Into like the edge, the rim portion of the basket, so that it sits like that. A little makeshift. All right, so here we go again. Miscellar washed. I don't know what the tasting notes are, so we're gonna just ignore. I turned off my chime on here. I don't know how I did that. I like my little beep, so I hope it comes back eventually. All right, too much. And this should be the same thing, right? Yeah, so we're looking at another 3 pulls, 2 after this, which means I can get another pour over in here as well. And maybe we could try out my new Yeti pour over setup. 19.1, phenomenal. So maybe in the next video, we could do pour overs with the Yeti. Look at that. Nice, right? Over engineered, not necessary, but another toy to add to the collection. All right, we're moving this to 2. So this is the finest I've ever grinded coffee before. So I am so hopeful that just that alone will make this extract that much better, because it has been nothing but a struggle. I'm gonna get a fresh glass. All right, I need you, I need you, and I need Jesus. That is struggling. But honestly, this Baratza, dude, this Baratza has been so clutch the last 4 years. 4 years, you know what? I have been terrible with maintenance. Probably have cleaned the burrs maybe 4 times. And this thing still pumps. So anyone looking for a budget coffee grinder that does espresso well, this is it. The Sette 30, it is not their best Sette model, because there's the 270, but this does the job. I love it. I enjoy it. Just get ready for loud noise. You know, I don't think that's a big deal, to be honest. And get a portafilter with the dosing funnel on top, so you can just catch it right here. Unless you use the blind shaker and whatever else, then obviously you can put it in the blind shaker first. But I'm basic. I'm also not wealthy, so I can't be getting those fun things. We're gonna be working with the bare minimum. And we're gonna be using fun little things like AeroPress filters in your portafilter. All right, so grind setting 2. Give our final tamp. Let's see if I can get it one try. What do we think? It's a little high on the left. Perfect. All right, we're gonna run this one more time just to get it hot. Beautiful. All right, I've cleaned that out. We are in. We are ready. We are excited. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Get this lined up. What do we think? What do we think? Yep, right there. Perfect. Here we go. Let's do it. I really gotta get that beat going again. That got sloppy. 21 seconds, 37.7 grams. We'll take that. That is good. That is nice. I should have showed you the crema of the other one. Not bad, not bad. I don't know what to expect with this one because it was super slow in the beginning. I was thinking it was way too fine, and then it flew through. Those last, actually it's not 21 seconds because the auto timer didn't start until like 5 seconds later. So we're looking at close to 30. So I'm hoping it wasn't burnt in any way. Again, I don't know the tasting notes. I'm assuming there's going to be pineapple. That's all I remember. I feel like there's a taste similarity in terms of the fruity bitterness. It doesn't have that Co-Ferment taste, like that trademark taste that was in the other one, but it is similar. And I wonder if it's because they're both the same age, so they're losing the quality, you know, the juiciness, if that makes sense. It is so good though. Like how pronounced the flavors are in these coffees compared to like a run-of-the-mill coffee shop that's in your neighborhood that may be using, you know, beans that they have to go to an importer to get, you know, versus like Diego Bermudez, his own grown beans, like high quality beans that are going to his roastery to roast to his liking, right? Like you're getting AAA quality from start to finish. So I'm sure you can almost guarantee yourself high quality beans going through an importer, and I'm sure there's no issues there, but like this is like stamped like A+. And I guess to really understand like how much of an elevated experience like these premium beans are, like you just have to buy coffee like this and try it. Like it really is awesome. And I'm pulling it on a $500 machine. Like I don't even have a really good coffee setup to really get the best of everything I make, but just with this alone, like you could tell, like it really, really is like an experience. Okay, so we're looking at pineapple tea, mulled wine, and cinnamon. I was gonna say I felt like there was like a cinnamony taste to it, or it could have been mulled wine, which I don't even know what that is. What is mulled wine?
According to Wikipedia, mulled wine, also known as spiced wine, is an alcoholic drink usually made with red wine, along with various mulling spices and sometimes raisins, served hot or warm. It is a traditional drink during winter, especially
Stop.
around Christmas.
Yes. I don't know. They're both good. I feel like I enjoyed the Miscellar washed more. I felt like it was a cleaner tasting coffee versus the Co-Ferment. Where like I feel like the Co-Ferment, like there is flavor to it, like a lot of flavor, but it's like a punch with this like Co-Ferment-esque taste. and it's so like, I feel like it's so concentrated versus this, almost like there's like layers to it. I don't know. That's just what I experienced. But I really enjoyed these. We still have more to mess with throughout the summer, so we could do some more. We could do another Chemex one comparison. We could do my Yeti. We could do Yeti versus Yeti versus the Chemex to get a comparison. But at the same time too, it's like I only have, for espresso, I only have 2 pulls left. I'm at 40-ish grams of each, 41 maybe. So I'm almost at the end. So we'll make it fun. We'll figure out what to do next with it. The next 2 videos, I think I showed you in the last one, but I'm gonna do 2 more videos coming up. Oh yeah, I did show you. Again, like Maiden, we'll probably do this one next. I did enjoy this one a lot. I felt like it was more florally compared to this one. A Costa Rican. Again, both local coffees here in New York, in New Jersey and Philadelphia. One fruity, one florally. But another shout out to that person who left that AeroPress filter idea. It helped a lot. So I appreciate that idea. I will be using that in the future going forward when I have beans that give me this challenge. So thank you. And just overall excited to get these videos rolling again. So appreciate you guys all tuning in as usual. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.